Hello, and welcome to another episode of New Rules for Games. Today we're going to go over some new rules for the family favorite Uno. Now, just about everyone knows how to play Uno the traditional way, but today we're adding a twist. Like our last video, we have several rules to add to Uno, and you can choose to add any or all of them to create your own game. For now, in order to teach you the rules, we are going to play an open hand. Now, this first hand we are going to play with 4 players. Our first new rule is that you can agree before starting the game as to how you want to do the setup. The traditional setup starts with everyone receiving 7 cards. You can start with 10 cards each, or even 20 cards each. We've actually even tried dividing up the whole deck. At any rate, you can choose however many cards you want for the deal. Today, we've decided to play a 5-card game. So here we are with an open hand. We've got 5 cards each and 4 players. Now, the typical rules say that if it is your turn and you don't have any cards that you can play, you have to pick up to 2 cards from the draw pile. Now, if you want to add a little extra drama to your game, you can continue to pick as many cards as you need before you find one that you can play. So we're going to start with this player here who has no possible moves that they can do. So they'll pick one. That doesn't work. A second one, that doesn't work either. The third one doesn't work. And a fourth one. And finally, they come up with one that they can play. Next rule is the rule of 6s and 9s. Now, when you are playing, you know that you're allowed to place a card on the pile if it is the same number, color, or type. Now, Rule 3 says that 6s and 9s are interchangeable. So, for example, what we have here is a blue 6. The next player, of course, could play any kind of 6 or any blue card, but they may also play any kind of 9. For example, a yellow 9. Likewise, if there's a yellow 9 on the pile, the next person could play a 6 or a 9 or a yellow card. But they could alternatively choose to play by the regular rules. So we're going to go back to a red 6. Our next rule is called Draw 2 Karma. Now, if you play a Draw 2, normally the next player in the sequence must draw 2 cards and lose their turn. Now, with this new rule, if that next player also has a Draw 2 card, they may play it immediately, and then the Draw 2 gets doubled and bounces back to you. So that means the person who played the original Draw 2 card would then have to draw 4. And at that point, play continues in the reverse direction. Our last rule we call Wait for It. Now, this rule allows you to play more than 1 number card per turn. The way it works is after you put a card down, if you have the same card in a different color in your hand, you may say, wait for it, and then put that second card down. So, for example, the card is yellow, and you put down a yellow 3. But you can say, wait for it, and then you can put the blue 3 on top of that yellow 3. And now, finally, a bonus rule. We call this one the double stack. Now, with this rule, we're creating 2 discard piles, not just one, and you can use either one of them for your turn. So with this arrangement, the game usually goes a lot faster because it's less likely that you won't have any card that you can play. So because playing with these new rules is so different from the original game, we've come up with a new name for this version. Instead of calling it Uno, we call it Ooh Yes. We hope you enjoy.